Okay, I've got I want to say a Bolens 850. Um, I don't know that for sure yet, actually, but been working on this. Did have an it does have an 8 horsepower Kohler, I want to say, maybe. I'm not sure, maybe it's a Tecumseh, but doesn't look exactly like my Briggs on my 6 horsepower, but definitely an FMC. See, I've got a tag there, 6 speed, 6 power range, and I've got it basically restored up to right in. This is actually a new piece, actually. Right up to there. I mean, most of it is done. I just barely attached these pieces here. There still needs a little bit of work in there, but got everything on the undercarriage and everything done. Pretty much ready to do the what I would call the dash or the panel, then the hood, and then I'm pretty much finished with the painting and restoration part of this. Couple things. These tires here, the rims look like they're fine, the wheels themselves, but just a hint for people, this tractor, the way I got it, was sitting there. I don't know how long. It's been years, I guess, but these are flat free tires, and they've been sitting there for so long that there's actually a flat spot that's never going to come out of these tires. So these tires are no good as far as I'm concerned. The wheels are okay. I think they had them for skinny wheels, but they don't look right and they don't function right anyway. But anyway, I got this, and the word that I heard from the brother who sold it to me was that his brother bought it, sat in his garage, he planned on restoring it, never did anything to it, then he passed away, and so they were trying to get rid of it out of their garage. Now their garage was a really nice, clean, brand new looking garage, so this was in a good environment when I picked it up. Who knows what it was like before that, but everything has been good. I've had no issues up to the point where excuse me, the fact is that this thing did not come with all the parts. It's definitely incomplete. Like for example, I know the PTO is missing, the main pulley on the engine, the drive pulley. So there's parts missing on this. Although it's in excellent shape, everything's in really, really good shape at this point. But with it missing parts, I'm going to probably end up combining these good parts with the 1257. And the reason why is because I'm going to have a tractor that's going to be about 75% complete, but no other parts to complete it. So what's probably going to happen is I'm probably going to make a combination of this 850 and the 1254, and then part out what I don't use because I don't need another extra tractor sitting around. But yeah, so like I said, it's incomplete. Now I've got some parts around. I don't have a whole lot of parts around, but I do have some parts around. I did confirm the engine was an 8 horsepower. It's painted and ready to go. Everything is dry. Now, this piece here actually is not 100% complete. In fact, I've got it laid out still, but I've got it drilled out and gasketed and everything else, but this piece is actually a piece of metal that had to be built. So that piece was missing. I've got what I would call an exact replica of that. Works really well. So that's the first piece that I've actually manufactured for this one. I don't plan on doing any others. I'm going to have to come up with the main drive pulley probably on this thing, but the potential for it is really nice. It's in excellent shape. The only thing, like I say, is it's just missing parts at this point. I've got it built back up, and I'm finding out as I go through which parts are missing. I mean, I knew some of them were missing before, but as I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty, I'm down to like a box of parts and an engine and some pulleys and stuff. I don't have a whole lot left to put on there. So the problem really with me getting any further on this one is it's winter time, and I'm really just waiting, hunkering down, waiting for the snow to start. So I'm probably not going to do much to this one right now, but like I said, it's in really good shape right now. I've got it restored up to, basically the only thing I haven't done on this yet is the hood and the dash, or whatever you want to call that, console dash, whatever, battery holder. That's really the only thing I haven't done, and those are in really good shape. I mean, they're going to make it through the winter just fine. So everything's ready to go on this. The only issue that I would say is missing a couple parts. So somehow or another, I have a feeling I'm gonna, right now I have 4 Bolens, a 600, 750, 850, and 1254, and I'm pretty sure that the 1254 and 850 will be combined at some point, and then I'll get rid of what's most likely that I'm thinking right just off the top of my head today is I'm probably going to get rid of that rear end. Who knows? I'm going to get rid of one of the frames and the rear ends. I want my 1254. I want the 12. I want the lockouts. I want all those features on that. But the problem is with the 1254 is it's not as nice, and I have not done nearly as much work on that as this one. I don't know if anybody has seen my last video, but in the last video, this particular piece right here with the bearing, the plate and the bearing here, were actually missing. I actually had to recreate a piece to put in there. What I'm most likely going to do is pull the guts from this and put them on there, or pull the rear end or something. I'm going to make one of them original, and the other one I'm probably going to part out. So just an update on where these Bolens are. I did not get any fenders, so that kind of sucked, but it is what it is. Did not get a tool holder in the back. But I guess worst case scenario, that's not so bad. So that's just an update on where the Bolens are. And like I said, I think this is an 850 only because I don't know if, and I don't think they actually had an 800. I could be wrong about that, but maybe somebody knows more than I do. I do know that you do have to change the pulleys up in the motor area in order to change from high to low. It does not have a high-low shifter, and it does not have the option on the trans axle. So I just, from what I've read, I think I had a 323-something motor, and I believe that's an 8 horsepower. So that's just an update on where I'm at, and what I'm looking forward to doing when the spring comes around. I plan on having another nice Bolens. I'll have a good 600 right now. The 600 has got a mower on it. I haven't been using it much lately, but it's good, solid, ready to go still. It's still really nice. One thing I did do, I put the original old tires on it. These were Goodyear. They're called TerraTurf or something like that. Yeah, Goodyear TerraTurf. Super Terra Grip is what they call them. Originally I had these on here, and one of these tires was reversed. I actually took it to the tire shop and got it switched around, so those are good now. I got tubes in them. Those are good. That is solid. The 600 is running great. It still looks beautiful, nice classic. And then the 750, still my workhorse. I use this a couple times a week. Nothing too fancy going on there right now. I've got everything hooked up. I do have, I think I did this in a video already, but I've got a winch hooked up to the back. I'm pretty sure that I've showed that. Use that on trees and stuff for pulling. That's been really nice. And then the last one, and then I'll shut the video down. The last one I've got going is, I've got the 1254 set up for plow, and basically all that's waiting for is the first snow. I'm waiting to use this pusher blade, and I'm really liking it. Looks like it's going to work out really well. I do have a pretty steep driveway in it, but it looks like 3 swipes will get me good to go. That's just ready to run as soon as the snow comes. If you have a generator on there that I just hooked up there, and I'm going to see if I can get that going pretty soon, but not many big projects on this. It's got the nice AGs on the back. Yeah, looking forward to that one working out really well. That's about it for today, and I'm sure I'll come around in the spring and give an update on what's going on the combination of this and the 850, I believe. Who knows what I'm going to do with it, but basically as you look at this 1254, it does need to be restored as far as paint goes, and it's just old and used. I mean, it still works great, but it's old and used. It needs somebody to go through it and give it some attention. So I'll give a better update when the spring comes around and I've actually done something, or I plan to. But that's it for now.